you know that the average car loan was 70 months long? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to pay my car off early, and I'm going to give 5 ways that I'm going to do it. So let's get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Tasha from the Major Change Group, where we believe small changes can create big results. And if this is your first time on the channel, welcome. We talk about credit, budgeting, and student loans. So at the end of October 2020, I purchased my Hyundai Tucson 2021 for $20,000 with an interest rate of 2.19%, and I got the loan for 60 months. And my actual car payment is $357.95. I did finance my car through Navy Federal Credit Union, and I will link a video just telling you about my auto purchase experience, you know, my pre-approved process, me getting a check from Navy Federal, then me going down to Hyundai dealership, you know, with the check. The experience was really good, so definitely check out that video. But in this video, I'm going to talk about how I'm going to pay the car off early and give 5 tips on how I'm going to do that. Now, I can tell you, when I was purchasing the car, I knew that I didn't want my monthly payment to be over $350, and so I used the Loan You Later app to help me to be able to make sure to see, okay, how much could I borrow, depending upon how much I wanted my monthly payment to be. So you definitely got to get the Loan You Later app. It has so much good information in there, and this is what leads me to my first tip. Now, my first tip is you have to create a budget. Now, you're creating a budget on the front end and on the back end because, like I said, I had looked at my budget to see how much of a car could I afford. And so I knew that with my last car, my monthly payment was about $260. And so I said, this time, I think I want it to be a little bit more because I want to get a little bit of a better car this time. And so I said I didn't want to go over $350. Now, my monthly payment is $357.95. And that is because I had got gap insurance. So the actual loan for the car was $20,000, $299 with the gap insurance. And then after I had purchased the car, I was like, okay, I want to pay the car off early. So first I had to look at my budget to see, okay, how much money do I have coming in compared to how much money I have going out? And then how much money do I have left over? How much money do I have left over to put down on the principal payment so that it can help me to pay the car off faster? So that's why I think having a budget is definitely really helpful in this process, so that you can see how much money that you will have left over. Number 2, looking at the amortization table for your car payment. Now, I use the Loan You Later app, and it is, I'm telling you, this app is so cool because it gives you the amortization table, and it also tells you, okay, if I got the car for $20,000 and my interest rate is 2.19%, and my car loan is gonna be $357, it'll let you know for the lifetime of that loan, okay, I'm gonna end up paying $1,157 of interest. But the really cool thing is, maybe you can go into your portal or use the amortization table to see, okay, how much interest would I be paying each month, and consider making those payments. So I got my loan through Navy Federal Credit Union, and I can go into my portal, and my portal will tell me how much it's accruing every month. So currently I'm accruing about $1.17 per month, and you can see on this where last month I ended up making about, I want to say $458 of a payment, and you can see it's also saying that technically I only have to make like a $257 payment, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm still gonna make a $357.95 payment, plus I'm gonna add $1.17 times what, 28 days, and that's what I'm gonna make of a payment. Also, since I looked at my budget and then I see that I have some extra money, then maybe I can put $100 extra on the payment as well, and then that's how I'm going to be able to pay the car off faster. So definitely look at the amortization table or look in your portal and see how much interest is accruing every month. Number 3, you want to look to see, are you going to be getting any lump sums of money soon? Now, we know that the stimulus check for $600 came a couple of weeks ago, but also we're in tax time. So do you normally get a refund check back? If you do, you can consider putting that money on your car payment. Also, 3 times this year, you get paid 3 times a month. So for me, I want to say that's going to be April, July, and October. I'll get paid 3 times a month. Now, when you're getting these extra lump sums of money, it doesn't necessarily mean that you want to use all the money. Maybe not, but you want to make a plan for it. So that's why I like to look at the calendar in the beginning of the year and see, okay, when am I going to get paid 3 times that month? And then I can kind of make a plan to say, okay, I'm going to put so much of that money on the card, and then that's how I can get it paid down faster. And then you can look to see, are there any other times where you might get some additional lump sums of payments, and then you can consider putting that down on the card too, and that is definitely how you can get the card paid down faster. Number 4, side hustles. Now, if you have already looked at your budget and then you have looked to see when you're going to be getting those extra payments in or extra money coming in, you might want to consider doing a side hustle. How can you bring in some extra money monthly? Now, you also want to make sure that you're creating a plan for this money, because although you're going to be bringing this money in, you don't want to waste this money. You want to make sure that you can put this money on your car payment. And also, let's say you want to start a YouTube channel or do something online. That way you can have more control of your time. You know, just really think about, what talents do you have that you can monetize? I think that's a good one. Number 5, sell some items. You know, we have a lot of stuff in our house. What do I have that I'm not using that I can possibly get somebody to pay me for? You know, you guys, y'all got these sneakers. Ladies, we got the shoes, purses, clothes, jewelry. What do you have that you can maybe sell to where you can get some money coming in? Now, you want to make sure that you're being safe when you're doing these things, but if you're not using these items, you know, do you have any old phones? Now, like for me, I'm still using my iPhone 6S, so I'm not going to be in that area. But you know how y'all be getting new phones every year, every time they come out. Do you have any of those phones laying around? Do you have an old laptop or something like that that you're not using, an old camera? What do you have that you can possibly sell? And then that way you can bring in some extra money. Now, my thought is that I'm going to pay my car off in 30 months opposed to 60 months. And if I can pay it off sooner, that's what I'm going to do. But I definitely think that these tips are going to help me, because when I had my last car, after I had finished paying off my credit card debt, and you'll have to check out my video on how I had paid off over $5,000 in credit card debt, I was making additional, even like some months I was paying like additional $500 payments. And when I got paid extra money, I started putting that money down on there too. So I was really paying it off sooner. And I want to say I had got it to where I had paid it off almost 10 months earlier. Once I had got down to the end of the loan, now I did trade the car, and I only owed maybe like $3,000 on it. And so my plan was to pay it off, but since I was going to trade it, I didn't pay the rest of it off. But I had basically paid it off 10 months earlier. And yes, so using these tips can definitely help, but we're going to see if these tips can help me pay the loan off in half the time, so 30 months opposed to 60 months. I'm really excited about this. You guys have to subscribe to the channel so that you can follow me on this journey. And also, drop down in the comments and let me know, do you have any additional tips that you can share that I could pay the loan off faster as well? But I definitely hope that this has been helpful to you. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and turn your notification bell on so that you will be the first to be notified when new content comes out. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.